going on, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this video we're opening up the March Video Games Monthly box. So what exactly is Video Games Monthly? For those of you that don't know, this is a monthly sub box that delivers mostly retro video games to your house. And when I say mostly, if you go on videogamesmonthly.com and sign up for the service, you can select systems to get games for, ranging from the Atari age of gaming all the way up to stuff like PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo 3DS, with most popular stuff in between. They have a database where you insert the games that you already have so you don't get duplicates, which you definitely want to do because you will get duplicates if you don't keep up with that. This is a tier service, so the box prices range. You can get 3 games a month, 4 games a month, 5 games a month, or 10 games a month. I get the 10 game box. This box costs right around $80. Plus shipping and handling. The lower tier boxes start at like $35, I think. So there's a price point out there for everybody. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I absolutely love this service. This is one of my favorite days every single month. I mean, getting retro games in the mailbox, what could be better than that? But yeah, I mean, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and let's open up this March Video Games Monthly box and let's see what we've got. Once again, this is my favorite unboxing every month. I love retro video games, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, and I would highly recommend this service. They have exceptional customer service. It works good for people who have big collections or small collections. Alright, let's throw that packing envelope to the side, and we take a look at the box in its beautiful glory. VideoGamesMonthly.com, where you can go sign up for the service. Floyd, the mascot, play the past into the future, which is basically their slogan. You know what, guys? I am not seeing any bulge this month, so that's a little bit terrible. Like I say, a bulge isn't a perfect indication of a good box, but some bulge is better than no bulge, if I must say. So let's go ahead and let's pop this open. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to try to show you guys the games first, like usual. Alright, so we've got some packing stuff here. We'll throw that down to the side. What do we've got here? We have a bill, which is like a Pokemon currency. I think they've sent us Mario ones like this before, but never Pokemon. But nonetheless, that's pretty cool. I missed the boat on Pokemon a little bit. I was a little bit too old for that when it came out, I think. But nonetheless, I can appreciate that. We have our standard business card up top here, which basically is like a thank you note on one side, telling you to update your library. The other side is telling you to share your stuff on social media and you could win some free games. The pretty typical stuff you get every single month. Not feeling anything else, so let's get into the video games. So first up, we have a Sega Genesis game. I'll show you guys first. Video Games Monthly has definitely been sending me a bunch of Sega Genesis games. So what is this? Gadget Twins? I am not sure what this is, to be completely honest with you. Unfortunately, there is like a little price sticker that looks like it says 49 cents on it, right on the label there. But that might come off, and even if it doesn't, that's fine. But yeah, Gadget Twins, very, very interesting. I don't know anything about this. If you guys do, please let me know down in the comments, because it can take me quite a while to get to these games. My backlog is very large. Alright, so next up we have another Genesis game. I'll show you guys first. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. Alright, so we have Desert Strike Return to the Gulf. I really love this series of games. I have a bunch of these on various systems. I don't think I have this one on Genesis, but I'll have to check. But I do have a few of these on the Genesis, I'm sure. But these games are great. Definitely check them out if you haven't. Very, very fun series of games. I just recently realized there was one on the Saturn that I didn't really know about that plays very similar to those games, just updated graphics, of course. Alright, so next up we have another Genesis game. I'll show you guys first. Alright, so we have Cyborg Justice on the Genesis. That artwork looks pretty early on in the Genesis lifespan. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if I've ever heard of this game. If you guys have, let me know what this is down in the comments. But it's definitely one that looks interesting. I love the artwork on the cart. And so far, this probably is the most intriguing game to me, at least so far that I've pulled out. But yeah, Cyborg Justice. So far, 3 Genesis games and some stuff I'm looking forward to checking out. 2 games I don't know nothing about. Alright, so I think we've got some disc-based stuff. So I'm not really feeling any more Genesis games right now. If that's the case, that's the least amount of Genesis games I've gotten from them in a long time. So this should be Dreamcast. I'll show you guys first. Oh, I really can tell you I'm going to like this. So we have WWF Attitude. So freaking cool. And this is brand new and sealed, so that is absolutely fantastic. I really don't know how this plays on the Dreamcast. I think I played this on the PlayStation 1, if I remember correctly, when I was a kid. And it definitely was not one of my favorite wrestling games. I was really, really big into the Nintendo 64 wrestling games around, you know, the late 90s or whatnot. But this is awesome. I cannot wait to try this out. One of the great things about playing these old wrestling games is just looking at the roster of wrestlers. I absolutely love that. But yeah, this is cool. That might now be my favorite game out of this box. Alright, so next up, unfortunately, I think this is a loose Dreamcast game. I will show you guys that first. But you know, my Dreamcast collection is so small, I don't mind loose discs. So this is a great one as well. We have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the Dreamcast. You know, I've never played this game on the Dreamcast. I played it on Nintendo 64 and PlayStation. I'm guessing that this looks its best on the Dreamcast, but I could be completely wrong. But nonetheless, you can't never get too much of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, so that is a cool game to add to the collection. Alright, so next up we have another Dreamcast game. So I'll show you guys first. Alright, so we have Sega Bass Fishing. So it's a fishing game. What else can I say? You know, I played a couple of the Sega fishing games, the arcade versions, and I thought those were pretty cool. So I don't know if this is a direct port from an arcade game or not. But like I said, my Dreamcast collection is small, so I will add anything. And who knows, this could be a great fishing game. I'll have to check it out. I think they even have like a fishing rod controller for the Dreamcast, if I remember correctly. Alright, so next up, I think we have a PSP game here. Show you guys first. Looks like baseball from the back. Alright, so we have MLB 09 The Show. So I think I got MLB 10 The Show from this service recently. This is factory sealed as well, so that's pretty cool. I probably won't play this, so this probably won't never get opened. But nonetheless, I've got a pretty small PSP collection, so always good to add some games to that collection. Alright, so I think we are down to Game Boy games. And you know what? I forgot to tell you guys what kind of, what systems I could get games for, which I'm pretty sure you probably already know because you watch these videos. But I can get games for the Game Boy, the Sony PSP, the Sega Dreamcast, the Nintendo 3DS, and the Sega Genesis. I think that's it right now. I used to get a lot of Nintendo systems, but I took those off the list because I have a very large collection for those systems. So I just wanted to get games for systems I didn't have a huge collection for, if that makes any sense. So first up on the Game Boy, I'll show you guys these first. I love collecting Game Boy games, so it's fun to see some of those in this box. Alright, so we have Balloon Kid. I thought it said Ball Kid there for a second. But the balloons are the O's, I guess you could say. But Balloon Kid, is this like Balloon Fight on NES? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you guys know. The artwork kind of looks reminiscent to that as well. But nonetheless, super cool to get a Game Boy game that I don't have. And this cartridge is insanely clean. So that is great. Awesome to get. I think we got 2 more Game Boy games, so I will show you the next one. As my stomach growls, I hope you guys didn't hear that. Alright, so we have Dr. Franken on the Game Boy. Unfortunately, I know I have this game, I'll have to check to make sure I have it checked off. But I'm going to be honest with you, about 90% of the time that I get a duplicate, it is my fault. But this is a cool one to get. It's not the most common Game Boy game out there. And it's actually really, really fun. I think I have this on Super Nintendo as well. But yeah, this is a great game. Even though I have it, I could use it to trade with somebody or I could sell it. Who knows? I'll figure something out. But Dr. Franken on Game Boy, definitely a cool game to get, even if I already have it. Alright, so I think we are down to the final game. Are we going to go out on a strong note or a whimper? We shall find out soon, and you'll find out before I do. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. So we have Mousetrap Hotel on the Game Boy. You know what? I know nothing about this. So that is kind of fun. I would say this is probably a good way to go out because it's a game that intrigues me that I don't know a whole lot about. Mousetrap Hotel. Reminds me of that board game that we used to play a lot as kids. But yeah, I don't know anything about this. If you guys know much about this game, let me know down in the comments. And I would say that is a positive way to finish off this box. So let's take a look and make sure. Nothing else in our VGM box. So my overall thoughts of this box. This is a great box. I was happy to see some Dreamcast games. Got a small Dreamcast collection, so it's always good to beef that up a little bit. I've got a few games in here that I know nothing about that I'm intrigued to try and see if they're going to be, you know, some good stuff or not. I usually put something in the video here showing you guys the value of the games in the box according to price chart to see if we got at least that $80 worth of value, which we typically do through Video Games Monthly. There's been a couple months where it's been close, but usually we get pretty good value in this box.